Misunderstood. You are live in the studio with me again. We are going to be better. I am going to be better. I have in the studio with me today very lovely and the very informative Miss Bernadine. Yes, Miss Bernadine. Yes, I'm so excited to have you in the house with us today. You are going to be excited as well. The knowledge is extensive, and you are going to be thrilled. It's going to help us out today. I know that everybody's going to talk at the same time. I don't want y'all to be separate. So you are tuned in with Miss Understood here, and it is Talk About It Tuesday. That's right, we are getting ready to go into our weekly conversation about health and how you can do better with your health. So, with that being said, I want to welcome Miss Bernadine into the house. Welcome, Bernadine. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Gail. It is such a pleasure to be here with you, my darling.
I am so excited to have you here. Listen, Bernadine and I met at the Black Beauty Expo. Well, we actually met before that, but we reconnected at the Black Beauty Expo. And when we reconnected, it was pow. So she and I are focusing in on the same things, how we can heal without the pills, how we can use what is around us and the supplements that come in everyday life to better our health and to prevent sickness and inflammation and disease. And with that being said, she is here and she is going to become a monthly guest. I'm announcing it right now. Yes. Listen, let me turn that up so a monthly guest here to make sure that we stay on the right path. Accountability is everything. And so to have that information readily and available for us constantly is going to help. So what we're going to do is what we always do. We're going to check out, listen to a little bit of music, pay a couple of bills, and then we're going to come back in and we're going to give Miss Bernadine the floor so she can talk to us and let us know all about how we can have a better health along with how Akana is going to help us. We'll be right back here at RWR Live 365. This is your girl, Misunderstood. Don't forget, baby, you are tuned in to Radio Reimagined, and you are listening to the next generation of radio right here. We'll be right back. Yes, it is not, you cannot be missing it. This is Florida Power Rock Radio. Yes, music. Fifth was the last day. Uh, mhm. Picked up a cigarette, lit one, the whole cigarette. You know what? Yes, you haven't smoked a cigarette. Yeah, the beginning, the end of nothing. Since then. So, David Statement.
Excellent. That's what happens when you're an excellent. Yes.
Listen to the commercial. I listen to the commercial.
I was there last week.
Yes,
It was
and
all
it is
that.
always
All that.
fun, always fun. Listen, we are in here talking about happy hour and how it is definitely something that you want to be a part of. I think happy hour is almost a part of mental health. I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
it's actually set out and designed to help us reconnect.
Yes.
That's the whole together we weather. Well, not the whole together we weather premise, but definitely a part of why happy hour exists.
Absolutely.
Yes,
It was a feel good crowd too.
it's always
Music
like that.
was
I
great,
love
the
it.
food, everything.
Yes,
Entertainment, just the
yes,
sisterhood, the brotherhood, the love,
yes,
everything.
yes.
The weather
It
was
is.
perfect.
The weather was perfect. Oh my God. Me and my menopause were so excited. It was amazing. Yeah, I had no opportunity to sweat. That's beautiful, except when I was line dancing. I was trying. I was out there trying.
Yeah, yeah.
But I really wanted to share this on air that I recently quit smoking.
Woohoo.
And after I quit, I was concerned because all my life I had heard one thing: when you quit smoking, you gain weight. And I was just like, well, it's not that I probably couldn't stand a pound or two, but I don't want it.
Yeah,
I don't want it.
absolutely.
So I don't want it. And I definitely didn't want to end up with something disproportionate, like a beer belly or, something like that. I got enough. I'm fighting now. For y'all, for those of you watching, that's enough right there. Now, if you didn't see it, fine. We'll talk about it later.
Let's see if it
But
passed you up.
yes, yes, yes. But I actually have lost 10 pounds.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
And all in the right spot. Like, oh my goodness. I'm just so appreciative of how this has worked out. And I thank God. And I definitely give him all the glory for it, because it was a prayer that I had been praying, and it might have took a little while, but as always, old boy came through for us, sister, as always.
Yes.
And again, he is continuing in this because he knows what I originally saw this being. And while I stepped into it, definitely by faith, I definitely stepped out on some water.
Yes.
And for those of you that know me, you know I can't swim, but here I am.
Yes.
And he is yet doing it because the right connections are being made, the right people are showing up, and as a result, the right results will happen. So,
amen, amen.
Yes. So, Bernadine, you work with
Akana.
And Akana is
a wellness company. And the name Akana means in the hands of God.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to move your mic.
Yes. That good?
Yes.
Okay.
Much better.
Excellent. So, a little bit about me. Let's just go back a little bit.
Absolutely.
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, and I've been here in the Pensacola area since 2023. And I've met some outstanding people, but I want to thank you, Gail, because you are the first one who is taking the opportunity to let your health be a priority and get me on the air so I can share what thus saith the Lord, because he's already told us that he's given us everything we need for food.
Everything that we need for healing.
Amen. Amen.
And that's in the beginning of the book.
And so learning all of this, coming from Boston, I was selling Black art. I was a school teacher, so I have a degree in education, so taught high school. I'm a child of God. I'm happily married, have 2 grown sons. And I was doing an art party on Zoom during the pandemic. Everybody puts on that. What do they call it? The COVID-20 or the COVID-10 or whatever it was. And I met a sister who is a travel agent, and she also worked with this CBD company. And I was like, no to the C, the B, and the D, because I don't smoke, I don't get high, and I'm never going to jail. So I was like, no, and more no. But in March of 2021, I was introduced to this company. They talked about all these amazing Black women. And 4 Black women came together synergistically, a pillar of health, a pillar of wealth, a pillar of legacy, and a pillar of freedom. So it was a whole group. If you see a 4-legged stool, I mean, those are the pillars that you need. So seeing them, seeing that they were 4 sisters that were just doing a doggone thing. Melissa Boston, who is our CEO, she is fabulous. Just seeing what they had going on made me want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So we'll fast forward. I started drinking their flat belly coffee, lost like 15 pounds, and said, "Oh, this is good." And then they introduced us to eating according to your blood type, a flat belly lifestyle. And I knew my blood type. I've known it for many years, but I never knew it was a thing. It really is. Because I was eating things like oranges, avocado, and banana, thinking I was doing something good. But I was causing inflammation to build in my body. And I didn't know that. So I was learning.
So there is a such thing as too much of a good thing.
Oh, too much of a good thing is too bad for you. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am. So just learning. And, I had to unlearn the things about CBD. And then within the next year, we morphed into this wellness company because CBD or cannabidiol gives you health without the high. And so once I made that connection, I was able to hear because my ears were blocked to anything she had to say until I learned. And once I learned, I started getting more information. And when I started learning about generational health, people say, "Oh, because my daddy had it, I'm going to have it."
Yeah.
The shock to me was at 52 years old, my father died. And he died of an aneurysm. So when blood clot blocks blood flow to the heart, it's a heart attack or mitochondrial infarction.
Yeah.
And when a blood clot blocks blood flow to the brain, it's a stroke or an aneurysm. So if you know the foods that are causing inflammation, causing plaque to build up in your arteries, you'll need to do something about it. And some people say, "Oh, I love meat." When I found out that meat was the number one cause of plaque buildup in the arteries, I said, "I love me more than I love meat."
You better heard that.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm working, and they know I'm working very hard on being a full pescatarian. Not there yet. Me and turkey and chicken and the occasional pork chop still happen, but I'm working on it, and it's definitely better than it was.
Yeah.
Because there was a time that I think I had a hamburger every day.
Yeah.
Or I
Yeah.
think I ate some type of beef or heavy pork product or roast or something.
So depending on your blood type, meat is toxic for some blood types, but it's not for all blood types. So there are only 4 blood types. So we're going to talk a little bit about that if you're ready to just delve into it.
Okay. I tell you what, we're going to let them think about that for 1 second, about the blood type and the fact that you need to eat according to your blood type. That is a real thing, people. It is not to be played with or taken lightly. So we're going to step out. We're going to let Marley sing the 3 little birds sing. We'll let you listen to a commercial and we'll be right back. And then you are going to get some really good health information today. The health tip for today is amazing. Stay tuned. Oh, that's gonna be perfect. Hi, everybody. We are back. And listen, your 420 health tip for today is going to be given to us by Miss Bernadine Kirkland. She's here representing the Connor. She has already agreed to be a monthly guest to help us get our health in line with our bodies and our blood types. So now she's going to give us information on how our blood type and what we eat actually affects us. I am turning it over to you.
Excellent, excellent. Well, thank you again so much for this opportunity. Again, economy is in the hands of God, and everything that we're doing is basically taking you back to His Word that will let you know that He's given you everything that you need for food. The first question I ask people when I meet them after a short conversation is, do you know your blood type? So I'm going to ask you who's watching, who's listening in, do you know your blood type? That's probably one of the most important questions you'll ask or answer for today. Because if you do know your blood type, I'm going to share with you the top 5 foods that are toxic for your blood type.
I love this.
There are only 4 blood types. So there's a blood type O, which stands for the oldest blood type. There's a blood type A, which stands for agrarian. And agrarians are nature's vegetarians. There's a B, and B stands for balance. And there's an AB, which is a combination of both the A and the B, rarest blood type. Okay, so if you already know your blood type, and Gail, we've already talked about this. So I'm going to start with the O. The color for an O blood type is green.
Okay.
And green is also signs of life. So for an O blood type, the things that are toxic for you are things like avocado, catfish, oranges, white wine, and coffee.
Whoa.
That's a lot to take in.
That was a lot.
A lot to unpack. And I'm going to tell you what it did for me as an AB. Avocado, black bean, banana, chicken, shrimp.
Oh,
I'm from New England. Lobster and all of those crustaceans are my friend.
Right?
That's what I thought here.
Yeah.
But once I learned better, I had to
do better. Yeah.
So I will only have these things just before I'm about to do something called a detox. And a detox, my husband will take me out to an amazing dinner so I can get that lobster and them shrimp and that avocado on my salad and do all of that.
Yes.
It's a mind situation.
I'll agree.
You are going to have to, it's like the word says, so as a man thinketh, so is he. So if you tell yourself you can, you're right.
Absolutely.
If you tell yourself you can't,
you're right.
Also right. So I had to thank God for the foods that I can have and not be so concerned about the things that I couldn't. So I just thank them for all the years that I was able to eat them.
Yes.
But those are what bring on things like extra weight, high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, liver disease, all of those things. It's not what you do all the time. It's what you do some of the time. So when any of our clients or customers for Akana create an account with us, and anybody who's listening, you can go online and create an account with me directly at bernadine.akana.com. So that's BERNADINE.Akana, AKANNA.com. So BERNADINE.Akana, AKANNA.com. And once you do that, you're able to, if you don't already know your blood type, you can get a blood type test kit or a blood type package 1 that'll give you a blood type test kit. It'll give you the foods that are good for your blood type and foods that are
Mm.
toxic. It'll
Mhm.
also give you a meal replacement for those who are busy and don't have time to eat sometime. I just need to, put this, get this and go. You can get
Yes.
a meal replacement. So
Oh, I
it's
love
it's
that.
truly amazing. So when you do the detox, you will have all of that product. So now I'm going to go to an A. And I mentioned A stands for agrarian, and they're nature's vegetarians. But in addition to not eating meat, because meat is toxic for an A blood type, they have bananas, beef, potatoes, shrimp, and tomato. So you really want to know what is
What it
causing things
is
like
that's
leaky gut, causing
mm.
you to have, causing arteries to fray and give you diverticulitis and all kinds
Mm.
of things. It's all from what you eat. It's the foods. It's definitely the
Mhm.
foods.
Mhm.
And the B blood type, again, it's avocado, it's chicken, it's crab, lobster, and shrimp. That's a B blood. Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Chicken,
God, for
chicken.
thank you for that, oh Lord. Thank you.
So for me, I had to really get my mind tuned to Dr. Prince when we were introduced to him in 2021, the end of 21,
Mhm.
when he asked if your mom ever had you to take the food out of the freezer for it to thaw, so she could fry it, um, bake it, saute it, whatever she's going to do to it, right?
Mhm.
And of course, you say yes, because everybody mama's told him to do that, or somebody's told him to do that. But what happens if mama doesn't make it home that night from have a car wreck, has to go to hospital? And she goes to the hospital. She doesn't make it home that night, the night after. 6, 7 days goes by. What happened to that meat that was sitting on the table or on the sink? I had to visualize that. I
Mhm.
had to think what that smelled like. I had to think about what
Mm.
that does. And when Dr. Prince told us, he's a naturopath. He
Mhm.
was in emergency room medicine for a long time, but he said that when you're in emergency room medicine, you're seeing people at the end.
Yeah.
He said he needed to get to people at the beginning and get to the root cause of why people are needing emergency help.
Mm.
So he's the one who shared with us all of this stuff about eating according to your blood type. So if you don't know your blood type, you're already compromised.
Mm. Very true.
So although I knew my blood type
Mhm.
and I knew about the book that Jay Diadamo wrote back in 1996, I didn't think that was for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you're
Yeah. Yeah.
young, you don't
Yeah.
think that's, a for you or about you. But then that's when you get to a size 2X, which I had done. That's when, you get high blood pressure, which I had done. And I've noticed that when I did the detox with Akana, I was able to get off of high blood pressure medication because they told me I'd be on it for the rest of my life.
Mm.
Not true.
Yeah.
Not true. Depending on what you eat.
What you're eating.
Doctors will tell you, here's a prescription or you need surgery.
Mhm.
So I heard from several doctors, but one in particular, Dr. I believe is Mills, he said, we are in the business of treating sick people. We're not in the business of keeping people from getting sick. So that's where a wellness coach comes in.
Absolutely.
And that's what I've been doing with Akana. And, when I lost 50 pounds with Akana, my husband's like, where's my stuff? So I put back on.
I love that learning about your blood is helping is beneficial to knowing how to eat. Confession, I have 3 whole catfish in the freezer right now because I just get my stuff back for the supermarket. I buy a side of salmon, I get them to cut it down into pieces, and then I
Yeah.
pack it in steel
And
freezers or whatever fish I get. or the thing with the catfish, with the red snapper. I get it all packaged and then I freeze it until I'm wanting to eat it.
Well, I'm going to share with you and the listening audience that there are fish that are old that are free. Anything free
Mhm.
is a blue zone. That means you can have it anytime,
Oh,
all
I
the time.
love that. I love it. So I'm glad and happy to learn that everything is not a negative. While you guys were listening to station identification and bill paying news, I was learning that there are fish that I can have. Ha ha. So while catfish may not be on the menu, other things are. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And we have an 11 by 17. I'm just going to share with your audience. I'm going to put up here so that they can see. I don't know if they can, but this is
They'll be
an
able to go back later because this is in posterity now.
excellent. So you will be able to go on. I went on Amazon and I saw these before Akana started selling them. So you go on Amazon and you can get it just for your blood type, just for an O.
Mm-hmm.
And it's $25 plus tax. By the time you get it, it's $30. We sell them for $30, but this one you would get an O, a B, and an A
Mm.
foods. So you would have all three of them. The AB is on a chart all by itself. Yeah, because we have a lot more things that are restrictive.
Whoa.
But you can get this chart also on that bernadine.akana.com. But this will show you, it even shows you if your mom was one blood type and your dad was another blood type, what your blood type would be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of great information on here. But just in taking a look at this, I'm just going to go through some of the things. A blue zone is what everybody's funking for. I mean,
Okay.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But a blue zone is an area where people are eating far less animal products
Mm-hmm.
and living longer, stronger, happier, healthy lives.
Okay.
So blue zone daily, you'll want to see things that are on the blue zone here. If we go just on type O, the blue zones for an O are things like onion and okra, and parsley and pumpkin and spinach, sweet potatoes, Swiss chard, turnip greens, turnips. Fruits are you can have. Let me see, cherries and figs and guava and mangoes and plums and prunes. So it has all kinds of great things.
A lot of that stuff I already like. So this will not be
And
difficult.
and bananas. All of those are on your Blue Zone Daily. And things like, let's see, an O. Let's go on over here. So for an O blood type under the meat category, beef is a daily.
Oh.
Lamb would be daily.
Oh, I love lamb.
Liver, beef, moose, veal, venison, and under seafood, it's like bass is like all day, every day.
Oh.
Cod, gray sole, halibut, mackerel, perch, pike, red snapper, sole, swordfish, trout, rainbow trout, tuna, yellowfin, yellowtail, amberjack. So there are a lot of everydays, but the other things are salmon, grouper, crab. I mean, there's lots and lots of stuff that you will be able to enjoy. Yes.
Okay, so I don't mind giving up catfish then.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Sorry, po folks, we breaking up. And I mean the restaurant po folks.
And that's why I said, don't be so concerned about the things that you can't have.
Yes.
Just praise them. Praise them, lift them high, elevate them, and just
and I sure
be grateful for
do.
the things that you can. So there's so many things. And vegetables, artichoke, beets, broccoli, collard greens, dulse. I mean, just garlic, ginger, peppers, kale, nori, lettuce, romaine. Just
it's
mushroom.
good to be an O. It's good to be an O.
So you'll want to get this chart. Just take a look at it. There's a lot of great things on there.
Oh, I love this.
But what Akana's doing is we have a campaign and we want folks to join this campaign. We are committed to helping 1 million people learn their blood type by March of next year.
Okay.
So we want you to be a part of this with us. So the first question we ask is, do you know your blood type? Next, you want to learn your blood type. because if loving yourself and love others enough to learn the most important factor that's breaking generational cycles. So just because mama had it or daddy had it doesn't mean you have to.
Absolutely.
Number 3, purchase your blood type starter test kit. If you already know your blood type, I still tell people purchase blood type kit number 1 because it'll include a blood type test kit that even though you, Gail, know your blood type, you can bless somebody else.
Someone for
and
someone
that's what
else.
it is. We're blessed to be a blessing.
Absolutely.
So that is what I suggest everybody gets. So that 4-day detox, it also comes with a bitters tea. And bitters is just what it sounds like. To me, it tastes like burnt dirt, but a lot of people don't mind it. I have one sister friend who's on our team that lives in Boston who drinks this bitters every other night. She gave it up every night, but every other night. She says that it just helps her get regular. Because there are some folks, and I just met a sister even at happy hour on Friday, have trouble eliminating.
Yeah.
And you know what eliminating is. You know that stuff that people say you're full of, has trouble. And when you do, this bitters helps you along.
Yeah.
So that's why she says every other night she's going to do that. So for me, if I'm eating something that's contrary to my blood type, I will go home and drink some bitters because I know that it'll help flush me out. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Number 4 is develop a plan on how you can eat right for your blood type, for you and for your family.
Yes.
And number 5, tell everyone with ears. Everyone with ears, because everybody's got blood.
Yes.
So this will help anybody and everybody that you know. So sharing with others, show your color-coded, blood type, branded, love. Because I started putting purple hearts on everything instead of red hearts, because purple is for the AB.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And for the A, the color is actually red. For the B, it's blue. For the O, it's green. And for the AB, it's purple. So that is our blood type campaign. We love to show and share and tell. And there's something called a bioscan, but we can get more into that later.
Yeah.
But know this, I paid $850 for a bioscan. That bioscan tells you what's happening inside of your body.
Wow.
On a cellular level.
Oh, wow.
From your eyes, your brain, your heart, your liver, your kidney, your bowels, your skin, your teeth, everything. It tells you if you're vitamin deficient.
Yeah.
And I do that test for $50. So you all have a great resource in Bernadine Kirkland from Akana.
Yes,
here in Pensacola.
I love this.
Here in Pensacola, and I'm happy to come and share and show. If you have a workshop or something that you like to set up, or like to have a blood type party, want to have something in your home, I'll come. I'll bring the blood type test kits. You tell me how many people are going to be there. I'll come prepared, and we can get that done for you.
I love this. I love this. So listen, RWR Live family, you have an opportunity to definitely take control of your health. I am definitely asking you to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to that website. Make sure you check it out for yourself. Help a family member, a friend, help a foe, help somebody to know their blood type so that we can eat according to our blood type and live just a little bit longer. Bernadine, I want to thank you again so much for coming and hanging out today. Oh, okay. Wait. She said she want to share one more thing with us.
So if you are interested in getting additional information, we offer our wellness services. Instead of paying $3,000 for a wellness coach, you can come on our Zoom. I will give the information to Gail and she can post it for the station. We just can't post it for everybody because, you get them Zoom bombers. So it is an invitation that I would like to extend to all of our listening audience.
I absolutely will put it into this feed's messaging.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Very good. So it's tonight at 7 p.m. And then if you're interested in learning more about the detox, we have a wellness detox center that jumps on at 8 p.m. So 7 o'clock, you can hear from Dr. Betty. You can ask and answer questions about your health
Mhm.
that you may not be able to get to the doctor to find out.
Absolutely. I
And
love
and
this.
she's available. So
Well, I absolutely invite you all to take a part of that as well. Be sure and look in your messaging for that link information so that you can be a part of that Zoom call. Again, we want to thank you so much. Absolutely look forward to you coming back on next month.
more nuggets.
Yes, I love it. I love it. This is Misunderstood. We are encouraging you. Learn your blood type. If you see Bernadine out in the street, baby, stop her. Talk to her. She is definitely knowledgeable and she does not mind sharing. She is definitely doing what she has been called to do. So
Amen.
make sure
Amen.
you take advantage of it. She's got that information and we perish for a lack of knowledge. Know your blood type. Get in line with yourself. And we'll be right back here on next week. Your girl Misunderstood. I want to thank you again. We'll see you next
It
month.
was
And
wonderful.
I'll
Thank
see
you.
everybody Friday at happy hour. This is your girl
Yes.
Misunderstood. And this is yes. Good. Thank you guys so much for having stayed tuned in. And